Hey guys, my name is Donnivin Brown. I'm the owner of Southern Comfort Heating and Air Services here in the great state of Houston, Texas. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about marketing that pertains to your home service business. And I have brought a special friend here with me. His name is Dennis Yu, known as a very good engineer and a great buddy of mine that understands and that goes into very great detail about marketing for your home service business. All right, Dennis, so how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. It's so awesome to eat steak. We love to have what we call meetings,
Yes.
eating meat. Maybe get to have meat together if we could meet.
Yes,
I'll meet
man.
my friends.
Yeah, so guys, me and Dennis, we actually came out to have a nice steak dinner so we could just talk and have a great meeting pertaining to marketing and getting a better understanding of it. So guys, one of the biggest things that I would like to talk about today with my friend here, Dennis, is that are you running into anything in your business that you may not understand pertaining to marketing? I know, like for myself here, I was lost. I didn't know which way to go or nobody to turn to. And one day I looked towards my friend Dennis, found him on Facebook, and I've seen how he was very capable of giving out information to help home service business owners like myself learn and understand how SEO, not only SEO, but also how Google Ads work as well. And guys, one of the things that I ran into was basically me not understanding SEO. Sometimes we give companies our credit card and tell them, here, make the phone ring. And guys, that's not the way to go. And another thing, Dennis, what's the name of your YouTube? Let them know about your YouTube so they can go see this content.
It's the Marketing Mechanic on YouTube. So it's youtube.com/@Dennisyu, DENNISYU. And we publish an episode every Thursday at 11 Eastern. Just hit 1 million views a couple weeks ago.
Nice. Guys, go check it out. Some great content. So the biggest thing is I want to talk about today is understanding SEO.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest things that I learned from my friend Dennis here is your SEO always reverts back to the entity. What's that entity? It could be you or it could be me, and versus my name's Southern Comfort Heating and Air Services. So the biggest thing, guys, Google will like to know, hey, who is Southern Comfort? Who is that? What do they do? Google loves these signals. And one of the signals that Google I'll like to portray to is I'll say, say if you're a part of a Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce like Southern Comfort Heating and Air, or let's say for instance you're part of a B&I group, or if you're a company that loves to give back like myself, or like to donate or give back to the homeless or give back meals, it's called Meals on Wheels. So those things create, I'll say, citations or links that you can use that gives back that trust signal to Google. I could let my friend Dennis here go a little more in depth and tell you guys about that as well.
A lot of people they don't realize that Google doesn't rank websites. They rank entities. So an entity is like a person like Donnivin Brown, or a company like Southern Comfort Heating and Air, or Houston is an entity, or Steak 48 is an entity. Your products and services are things, right? And Google is looking for citations, but think of that as like evidence. What's the evidence that you do what you say you do? If you are a plumber in Dallas, is there evidence that you're a plumber in Dallas? Do I see your vans? Do I see reviews? Do I see traffic on your website? Do I see people checking in on Yelp? I need to see this kind of evidence. And the sum of all those citations or that evidence, Google takes that into account to decide who to recommend in the maps, right? Because they show 3, who to show in the ads, who to show in the Facebook feed, who to show when ChatGPT asks, hey, I've got a broken water heater or whatever it is, right? How does Google decide? How does ChatGPT decide? And it's based on all these actual signals. And so Donnivin had the idea, why don't we do a podcast? Because that shows Judge Google evidence that we were actually here eating steak at this restaurant here in Houston. And then when that gets put on the YouTube and then onto my website, which then I link to his website, so that's a huge vote of trust, not because I say I'm huge, but because my site has a ton of link juice power from all the people that have ever linked to me. Like every time I've been in the media, that is a high-powered link. So if I've accumulated all this juice over the last 30 years, and then I link to DonnivinBrown.com, I link to callsouthern.comfort.com,
Yes.
that's a vote, and that sends a signal.
Correct.
And so a lot of people think SEO is like generating content, generating these articles, generating location service pages. Yeah, you can do that from a structural standpoint, but what Google's looking for is, do you have that credibility? And it's not just because you say you're good.
Yeah, so guys, it's one of the biggest things I would like you guys to catch. The biggest catch is Dennis always refer back to links and citations. It's basically letting you know, hey, you're sending that trust signal back to Google. One of the other biggest things is that a lot of people or home service business owners like myself like to ask is, how long does it take?
Yeah.
Hey, why am I not ranking? It's been a year, 2 years, 36 months, and there's no signs. The phone is not ringing. Guys, I just want to put this into a little perspective, is that it doesn't take 12 months. It doesn't take 24 months. It doesn't take 36 months. Now, whenever we refer back to those links, guys, don't get behind on the part of, I'll say, collective reviews, making sure you guys are getting content, everyday content when you're out there in the field with your guys or you're with a customer. Make sure you take a picture with that customer.
Yeah.
Making sure that customer is posting that picture whenever they go to leave you a review. When your guys are out there troubleshooting the system, they can say, hey, like one of my guys, hey, my name is Aaron. I'm out here today. We're troubleshooting the system. It's going out on a low pressure switch. And just go into detail, guys. It can be very little short clips that sends that trust signal back to Google. So it's just the little things that count that I learned from Dennis, which remarkably helps, your results with ranking in the top of the map pack. Dennis, is there other key points that you would like to hit?
So gathering that evidence is something that only you and your technicians, while they're out in the field, can do. And imagine if they're actually collecting photos, videos, stuff they're posting on Instagram. Maybe there's a holiday party. Maybe you're donating backpacks or Meals on Wheels. Yeah. These little stories, if with those stories, you're also able to say Southern Comfort Heating and Air and Katy, Texas, or Sugarland, or whatever city it is, if you can establish the facts of the service and the location within there. So a lot of people I see, because they've learned like the last 3 years, oh, YouTube's really big. So everyone's like starting YouTube channels, which is great. But then I see a technician and then they don't mention their city. They don't say, hey guys, today we're in the Woodlands and we're working on this 12-year-old system. Gotcha. And we're with Mrs. Smith and she lives in this part. They don't give that context. And so you can make videos all day long, but you're not trying to become Mr. Beast or whatnot. You're not trying to go viral. You're trying to become relevant for homeowners in your city looking for pest control and landscaping and plumbing and roofing. That you're trying to establish that specificity. And it's crazy how many times my buddy Andre has a $5 million window and door company in Philadelphia.
Wow.
That's mid-size. He wants to be bigger. He wants to be across all of Pennsylvania. These home service guys all tell me they have the big dreams, right? So he and his sales guys and his other guys who do quotes and whatever have started making all these videos. And then I start looking at these videos that get posted on Instagram. And Andre, if you're watching this is what I told you too. But they were posting all this stuff and they never mentioned, today we're in downtown Philadelphia. Today we're in Haverford, Pennsylvania. Today and not only did they not say, where are we, but then the beginning of the first 5 seconds of the video was like the logo and all, like because they had a graphics designer who was like real proud of having the logo like float across the screen. I'm like, the first thing you have to do in these videos is establish relevancy.
Gotcha. Hey guys, and a quick example of that, because I know some of you guys hear Dennis saying this, some people are like visual learners and some people are good with their ears. So how the sound is like this right here. If we were shooting a video, just shooting regular content, it'll sound like, hey Houston, my name is Donnivin with Southern Comfort Heating and Air Services. We're in a great community of Cinco Ranch community, and today we'll be installing a 5-ton heat pump system. It's just a little bit like that. Or if you're a plumbing company, this is Southern Comfort Heating, Air, and Plumbing, and we're out here doing a hot water heater in the lovely community of Sugarland. So just little details like that, guys, at the beginning of the video, that goes far, because the biggest thing is that Google can crawl that video and they hear those certain signals and it'll send that signal back for that certain location that you're trying to rank in.
And they can spot the video. They can spot the location, obviously say it too. Right. But you know the reason that TikTok got so smart with their algorithm?
Oh.
they won't admit this, but I talked to some of their engineers. They actually can do the facial recognition and they can spot what's in the background. So Jake Paul asked me to come hang out with him when we film some of these courses that are releasing soon. And I just for fun, while he was off boxing or whatever, because he would train on the boxing and then we'd film and then go back to boxing. While he was doing the boxing stuff, I had an hour or two to wait until he'd come back. So I just wander around his house and whatnot and post some stuff like on TikTok. And TikTok recognized that I was at Jake Paul's house and started showing it to people on TikTok. And I got millions of views off of these random videos not because of I did something interesting, but because it was recognized in the signal. So when you're out and about and maybe there's a well-known skyscraper or a park or something, Facebook and YouTube and TikTok are recognizing what you're doing. That's why we don't like the green screen stuff. We don't like the podcast office kind of stuff. There's a time and place for that. But when you're a field technician, you're a home service business. Especially when you're walking around like the walk and talk, you're up on a homeowner's roof, you're in their house. That establishes such a clear signal that, one day AI will generate stuff like that too. But this is the thing on how you actually stand out because you're showing proof. And we're doing it in video. A lot of your friends that I talk to, they're like, oh, I just paid this SEO guy and they're going to create all these articles that are SEO optimized. No, it starts with the raw ingredients of cell phone video, not professional videographer, fancy cameras, all the lenses and studio equipment. This is literally filmed on my cell phone.
Guys, and that's the other thing, because the biggest thing with me, I always thought that everything had to look perfect. I'm just one of those guys that have a little OCD. I love to do things in the correct manner. I don't like the half step when it comes to things. Guys, just pull out your phone. Any little thing helps. Take out your phone. Even you might think, man, this is going to be silly or I'm going to sound or look stupid. Guys, do it. It's not about you. Don't be selfish to the people that you have coming inside your business just because you feel like, hey, this is something that you don't want to do. Find someone in your business that's love being behind the camera and that you can use as your brand. It may not be yourself. Just create a team, create a solid team. Just make it normal. You can bring someone out. You guys can do 1 hour content and turn that into 30 or 40 different pieces to where you only can do it one time per month. So guys, these little details, they go a long way, and I'm going to be more productive myself within my business and making sure I do that as well with myself and the rest of my team. One of the other things that I like to talk about is a big question that I have for myself is everybody like to ask, what is the correct amount of spend? Like, how much should I spend in these type of services? And I'm gonna say this right here. In our industry, dealing with plumbing, heating and air, and electrical, what I've found out is that most of the guys that start off at the bottom, like myself, we don't have the funds. And whenever we go out and start looking for a marketing company, we get the scammers. Because it really takes a little bit of money for an actual marketing company to do the right things for us to get the phone ringing. So guys, just watch out for that, or reach out to Dennis Hugh. He has great people on his team that he can refer you to make sure you're going down the right track, guys. And some of their services that being done, they will want you to look at and get a basic understanding of how to consume this information that they're giving you. Because some of these marketing companies, they give you this reporting and it's just all blended crap that you don't understand, and you're thinking it looks good, guys, it's really not. So the biggest thing is watch my guys Dennis Hugh's content, learn the steps that the process takes to do SEO, and learn learn what it takes to hold your marketing company accountable. And guys, all this can be found on Dennis Hugh's channel and so forth. So another thing is just basically like getting back into the business, guys, getting back into our day-to-day things, and just guys creating those knowledge panels. That's one thing that me and Dennis talked about, is creating those knowledge panels. Dennis, can you go in about the knowledge panels?
So think of all of these. There's a big database that Google has, and it's called the Knowledge Graph, right? So there's this restaurant, there's you, there's your company, there's me. Those are all things, and there's facts associated with these things, and these things are all associated together. So you might be on LinkedIn, and I'm on LinkedIn. We're connected, and your company is also connected to Anton's company, and maybe he was going to be here at dinner. Everything is connected. And so the connection between all of these entities, because there's proof or videos, we're tagged on Facebook or we're in a YouTube together, is established, just like a detective would want to be able to see, like, where were you at 5 p.m. on Saturday night, that kind of thing. When there's enough facts around a particular object, that gets elevated to what's called a knowledge panel. So if you Google my name, you'll see all these colored boxes, all this information about me, because I've structured the information about me, where I went to school, who my friends are, the companies I've invested in. All of that is clear to Judge Google. So Google's, oh, I understand, therefore I can show this full, so I own the whole page, and it goes for miles and miles. It's not just like 10 blue links. It's not just the AI mode search results. And that is true for any object. Something that a lot of people in the SEO space just realized last week is they said, oh, did you know that for your Google business profile, it's actually important to link your Twitter and YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and all that? Yes, because that is your local knowledge panel. There's a person knowledge panel, there's a place knowledge panel, musician knowledge panel, a HVAC company knowledge panel. They're all different kinds of, like your favorite song, there's a knowledge panel for that. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Search your favorite musician and you'll see, oh, there they are, there's their discography, their favorite songs, their albums, where they're playing, concert tickets. And then you click on your favorite song, and then there's all the information about the song. It was recorded in 1972, and blah, blah, blah. There's all the facts associated with that noun. And then you realize, oh, if that's the case, then what about my company? Does Google properly understand everything about my company? And I did this 2.5-hour episode with Roger Wakefield, who's a plumber. He said, I'm just a plumber. I don't know, I don't understand this stuff. I said, no, it's actually not that hard. And Donnivin's realized by actually diving in, because he's thinking, oh, I'm not technical, these people have made it all confusing. No, it's what information do we know about Donnivin Brown? What do we know about Southern Comfort Heating and Cooling? What information is there factually to be found about your business? And if we go to the about of your website, if we look at the information on the Facebook page for your business, if we look on your Yelp, if we look at all these other places, Angie, you're probably going to find that those things don't tie together properly. Maybe they don't have the exact same name, address, and phone. Google gets confused by that. Maybe you have 2 Google Business Profile locations over here, and over here you have 3 locations, or there's this old location that you forgot that is still showing on city pages, or like, the information is often inconsistent. Maybe in your Google Business Profile, you've not properly configured your service area and the different services that you have. Maybe your LSA doesn't align with your Google Business Profile. Maybe you don't have a personal brand website that then ties to the about of your company page. Like, all of these are structural things that initially, if you run an audit, you're going to find all these things that are broken, and it seems like a lot of work, but that's just the first week or two. And once you fix everything and it's clean, guess what? All of a sudden you rank better in Google and ChatGPT. Not because of SEO magic or trickery, but because you made it clear all the information associated with your company as an entity, with other companies that you do business, with other people, those are all entities, right? And if you have some empathy for me as a search engine engineer, my job at Yahoo almost 30 years ago was try to make sense of all this information all across social media and websites, and then literally billions of spam websites trying to fool us. So we're trying to figure out what's real and what isn't, and just trying to tie stuff together. Just make it easier for the search engines. And if you come to any of these SEO conferences and you meet some of the folks from Google or meet me at these conferences, you'll hear them say the same thing. Like, you guys as contractors are actually making it really hard for us at the search engine, or our other friends who do the same thing at Facebook or other networks, to try to process all this. Imagine like how many tweets there are per day, like zillions. Now we're trying to categorize all that information against who it's from and what object it's tied to and what's the topic. And like anytime a piece of information comes in, it now has to be recategorized. That's so hard to do, because any new information that comes in, a new Facebook post, a new YouTube, a new blog post on your site, a new Google Business Profile post, that information comes in, and then it has to be broken down, analyzed, and then associated into the existing framework. Where do we, this new information that comes in, where do we put it? What does it tie to? Oh, this Donnivin is actually this Donnivin. But how many other Donnivin Browns are there? I don't know, well, which one is it? Is it this one? Is it that one? How many other Southern Comforts are there? A lot. There's the one that you drink too, that's like the neighbor of Jack Daniels, see? But See, because people think, oh, SEO is like this magic. No, it's actually literally as simple as trying to unconfuse Google. You see what I'm saying?
So guys, the biggest thing here that the information that we've gathered or we've shared with you guys today is basically letting the home service guys and girls, women, know that, hey, you don't have to be stuck in the situation of poor understanding or having poor education. Guys, the resources is out there. Never be afraid to ask for help, and because the knowledge is out there. And one thing that I would like to say, don't go into 2026 being a dumb contractor. We heard Tommy Miller himself at Home Service 2025. 2026 is going to be the gold rush of the home service industry. Guys, he was not making that up. The reason for that is because you have a big transfer of generational wealth that's about to happen, and a lot of it is due to the home service business, because a lot of these companies that's been around for 20 and 30 plus years, they don't have anyone that wants to take over the business. So what's going to happen? There's going to be a lot more room left for market share. And a lot of these things, if you're good with the reps at your supply house, let them ask them like, hey, have you guys been seeing a decrease in the amount of business owners or businesses accounts that's being shut down because they're no longer in business anymore? Yeah. Guys, those little details, they add up, and it lets you know, hey, you're here to steal market share. But the biggest things that comes into stealing market share is having the right strategy, knowing the right people, like my friend here, Dennis, and making sure all your marketing dollars are being very well accounted for. Basically, just stating back to the things like what is being done. You get what I'm saying? To make the phone ring. Because the biggest thing our home service businesses refer back to, or what helps us grow, is leads. You get what I'm saying? We have to be better marketers. And we're becoming better marketers for our business. Leads, guys. More leads is going to come in. It's going to come to a point to where, hey, you're going to be like, dang, I wish I'd done this a little bit earlier by applying, educate myself more and having a better understanding. So guys, this is pretty much just scratching the surface of really understanding SEO and all the great things that can be done with it. And one of the biggest things that I picked up from my friend Dennis here is just have fun with it, man. Just SEO is just all about having fun. And you guys see, we're in a digital world where there's very young millionaires that's being created left and right every month just due to a certain piece of content taking off. Why can't that be you? Why can't you be the one that take a risk and finally say, hey, those days are over with. I'm going to apply myself and gain knowledge on understanding, or being a better person of understanding, to understand the ropes of your business, instead of giving someone your credit card and praying that the phone will ring like how I did. And guys, I just don't want to say that's not a good feeling. So if you guys ever want to reach out to me, I'm Donnivin with Southern Comfort Heating and Air Services. I'm here in Houston, Texas. You guys can find me on Facebook as Donnivin Brown. You can also find or go to our business page and give us a to Southern Comfort Heating and Air Services. Or you can also find us on Instagram as well. As my friend Dennis here already gave you guys this information. Dennis, is there anything you'd like to cover for today?
Understand that ranking in Google, that's what SEO is, the result of you doing good work. That your team is out there in the field collecting evidence, taking pictures, getting reviews, shaking hands, building connections. It is not some technical thing that someone in another country is doing. The minute you understand that the things that you do result in ranking in Google, and that you can't do SEO, but ranking in Google is the result of creating all these signals, then you take control of your marketing, and you can hold, whether it's an agency, whether you're big enough to have your own in-house team, you realize, you know what? I'm not trying to become Taylor Swift. I'm trying to become 5 Mile famous. What our buddy Dan Antonelli says, just in my city, my vans that are driving around, that are wrapped properly, like I'm building connections in that city. A lot of my friends are older contractors who say, I don't understand the internet and social media. I don't want to sing and dance on TikTok. I'm like, no. You naturally already understand how to build connections and reputation. You couldn't sleep at night knowing if you ripped off grandma. You would never, and so if most of my friends in home services are good people. The people in digital marketing, maybe not, right? Because they want the money. But Donnivin the last thing I'll say, Donnivin has taken the time to learn the basics of Google Ads, which initially seems complicated, but it's not. To learn how SEO works. Yes, there's some jargon, but once you get past the jargon, it's like, oh man, I have control now. Now I understand. Now I cannot be ripped off. Now I'm not just gonna, like our other friend, I won't say his name, but he spent $120,000 on blog posts and it didn't make the phone ring once.
Not one time.
Yeah, unbelievable. And I would hate for that to be you. I would love for you to be able to own your own marketing, connect with Donnivin, connect with me. Happy to help you guys. We know who the good people are. I coach hundreds of agencies. I can tell you who the good ones are. And unless, let's imagine you needed your car fixed. Like, how would you know who's a good mechanic, who's got better hair? How do you know unless you're a mechanic
Right,
yourself?
you would.
Right? Yeah.
So guys, I just want to end it here. And going into 2026, I wish everybody that looks at this video that you gained a lot of knowledge from me and my friend here, Dennis. And I would like to say, don't be the dumb contractor. That's it.
Amen. Mic drop. Like, share, and comment.
There you go. Later, guys.